Health education is something I feel everyone should have a basic understanding of, as health education to me is the understanding of social, economic, and political value of health that surrounds people. And it's also the way it is promoted, as well as how to maintain it, public health to improve the livelihood of the public population. I grew up with having to help my parents talk to insurance companies and even like doctors at their appointments, um, due the due to the language barrier. And although that got me used to how things would be managed in like healthcare settings like hospitals, doctor offices, I never fully grasped the ins and outs of the health industries and the many definitions and terms I would see on like the papers when I help read them to my parents at the doctor's offices. Health education, I believe, should be accessible to all and should be inclusive, as I noticed many health settings did not have many options to help translate our home language, as oftentimes we would get placed on hold for hours in order for like companies to find a translator, sometimes over the phone. Um, but understanding the daily life of managing your insurance or what your doctor is saying when they're explaining your diagnosis can be confusing, and my reasoning to get myself more involved in health is because of that. Many people don't think about the little things that can soon add up to greater confusion and frustration in the health industry. And although I am majoring in dental hygiene, I am minoring in health studies. And because of that, I will put myself in a position to maintain dental health to the public. I think it is important for me to merge myself into health studies because I feel I still need to have that overall awareness of public health as I can give better care to my patients and I'm able to discuss the logistics of healthcare um, and insurance plans to my patients. In the future, I would like to work with older folks, such as the elderly, in the dental field, as I feel that population is neglected in the dental world. And I would love to work with them in general because of the calmer environment. However, I don't mind working with kids as well, as I feel it wouldn't get it repetitive since many case by case scenarios can be unique from braces to cavities. I would like to work in a bilingual or trilingual dominated practice to support those who may not have English as their first language, as I am bilingual, and I would like to continue on to learn Spanish in the near future. Children often are where we should start exposing them to health education, as the only other way you can actually get a good understanding of it after that is if you take specific classes and go onto a certain field that mentions health, which not everyone can get that opportunity to immerse themselves into, or they might not feel motivated enough to do so in the future. What motivated me to take that step to minor in health studies was because of the pandemic in 2020. Many people had confused and misrepresented the pandemic during that year, with many invalid and incorrect information spread around, which got me very frustrated. It was hard seeing certain news channels just, bring up the wrong facts about the virus and the general public safety. People are drawn towards the news and media because it is the easiest and most straightforward information that they can obtain. However, I noticed because of that, many people would believe in one thing and then indulge themselves into those inaccurate statements without wanting to listen to more opinions and facts, the more findings they found. Public health should be a mutual and equal understanding for all the public, no matter if you go into a medical field or not, is what I believe. The health of everyone is important. I feel I would want to make health education as spread out as possible to each and everyone. And even though dental hygiene is such a niche occupation, I feel like it would be a good academic step for me and even a better career path um, to treat my patients with more care by having more extensive knowledge on a broad range of health topics that I could utilize in my niche position. It gives me a newfound perspective on the way that we perceive health around the world.